The Octavia is another spacious family saloon from Skoda that keeps levelling up in price and quality. In sport trim, it comes with 18-inch alloys, a small black rear spoiler, sports front seats, and aluminium pedals on top of plenty of spec, including heated front seats, dual zone climate control, keyless ignition, cruise control, rear privacy glass, keyless entry, a heated front windscreen and ambient lighting. The TSI 150 petrol engine is a sweet spot in the range. As always with Skoda, cabin and boot space is everything. There's 600 litres in the boot here, which is plenty over what's available against the competition. The load space, once you split the 60-40 rear seats, is long and wide, but without the adjustable boot floor, which is only available in the estate, there's a bit of a drop between the back of the seats and the boot floor. Also in the boot you'll find a 12-volt socket, the usual bag hooks and some storage spaces for odds and ends. Up front, the cabin passengers have more cubbies to store plenty of items in, such as the large space under the armrest and the door bins. In the rear, passengers also get large door bins, which are always great on longer road trips. The Octavia has always had lots of rear seat space and can fit 3 adults on the bench. The middle rear seat passenger relies on the larger footwells on either side of the transmission tunnel for some comfort, but it's still not as ideal as a fully flat floor. As for tall passengers in the front, they really don't make much of a dent in the back for rear seat passengers. The clever bits continue throughout the cabin with the cup holder grips for bottles, the ticket holder on the windscreen and the air-cooled mobile device tray with 2 USB-C sockets. The scroll wheels and the access buttons on the steering wheel work fine, but could use a little user-friendly redesign. The dashboard design, while utilitarian, is still a little plain. There are soft touch plastics in the right places, such as the armrest in the middle and on the doors. Tough plastics are where they should be, around the kick plate areas lower down on the doors. There are shortcut controls where it counts for the aircon, heated seats, volume, fan speed and park assist. The 13-inch infotainment touchscreen in the Octavia is high on the dashboard and it only needs a glance to get the important details, as the graphics are clear and they're easy to read. The menu is a little busy, but you can work your way around it to find plenty of useful settings. You can set your favourites at the top of the screen, which stay there without having to always add them. Everything can be accessed via the touchscreen menus, but you can also save some time and use voice commands for most of the functions too. The driver also gets a customisable display with as much or as little information as you need, from the fuel to the range, speed, economy, etc. All models come with Bluetooth, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, smartphone mirroring, and there's a built-in sat-nav which is handy for those times when you're out of mobile phone coverage. A rear view camera is standard on Sportline trim, while the LED headlights and an auto-dimming rear view mirror are standard across the range, but they can be also upgraded to adaptive matrix on Sportline trim. All versions come with front and rear sensors. It's an option with other trims, and Park Assist will steer the car into a space, which is part of the expensive Assisted Drive Package Plus. Not everyone will need to option this, but with large rear pillars and the high sloping roofline, the cameras and systems do help with blind spots. The 1.5 litre petrol engine can be heard when pushed, and wind and tyre noise only at higher speeds. In general, around town, it's a quiet and hushed environment. The Sportline comes with 15mm lowered suspension, has a sharper throttle response, and this adds an extra element of fun to the usually sedate driving style. The Škoda Octavia offers plenty of space for passengers and a bigger boot than most of the competition from the class above. The user-friendly interior and the economic engines make a fantastic car for covering plenty of kilometres on motorways.